I wrote for an application to the Boston Athletic Association in '66 and got a letter back that said women are not physiologically able to run marathon distances.
Well, there's one old rule that's been in for quite a while that says all competitors must be registered male athletes.
Yes, this is an AAU rule. It has nothing to do with the BAA, and I think they've raised the limit of length that a woman can run to 2 miles or something like that.
And I called my parents and said that I was home and I was going to run the Boston Marathon. Well, they thought I was nuts. My father went slamming out of the house, but I convinced my mother to drive me to Hopkinton. And then I found a bunch of bushes as close to the starting line as I could get without being seen. I waited till about half the pack went by and then I jumped in. Almost immediately, the men realized I was a woman. I could hear them talking behind me, studying my anatomy from the rear and saying, "Is that a girl? Is that a girl?" So I turned around and smiled and they said, "It is a girl." When I got to the finish, the press was all around. They couldn't believe that a woman had actually run the marathon and run it well.
Those were, pivotal moments in the history of the race and the history of sport when women first started to run. And of course, they're wonderful moments in the telling of the story of the Boston Marathon.
The year after Bobby Gibb turned heads, 600 runners gathered in the Hopkinton High School gym. But entrant number 261 waited outside in the car.
I signed my form KV Switzer. If I'd signed it Kathy or Catherine, obviously, things would be a lot different.
Co-race director Jock Semple surveyed the field, but he didn't spot the female interloper.
Everybody had to pull up their shirts to show their bibs. And so we just pulled up our shirts, and there was Will Cloney, the co-race director, checking off the bib numbers. He pushed me in with the guys, and down the street we went.
Switzer ran with her college coach, Arnie Briggs, and her boyfriend, Tom Miller.
The press bus was moving past, and a beat writer looked out the window and saw Catherine Switzer and turned around to Jock Semple. And he said, "Hey, Jock, you know who's in your race? A broad." Jock had a fiery Scottish personality and disposition, and he went crazy.
I heard a screech of a bus stopping, and I turned, and it's his face, the angriest face I ever saw. I went, "Ah!" And he grabbed me by the shoulders, and he spun me back, and he said, "Get the hell out of my race and give me those numbers." And I jumped back, and he missed me and came back after me again and could only grab my shirt. And all of a sudden, my boyfriend, who's a 235-pound ex-All-American football player, came running, pow, like that, full tilt, and hit Jock with a shoulder block and sent Jock off to the side of the road. And I was so humiliated. And I said then to Arnie, I turned to him and I said, "I've got to finish this race on my hands and my knees if I have to, Arnie. I've got to finish this race."
From the race's early days to the tragedy of the 2013 bombings, to the hope of Boston Strong. Boston, the documentary, chronicles the 122-year history of the Boston Marathon and its roller coaster ride of emotion. Though he's never run Boston himself, film director John Dunham is a veteran of 25 marathons.
I love the sport and I love the marathon event. And of course, Boston being the gold standard of marathons, it was something that always interested me.
There you see Johnny Kelly.
Anybody that needs a little bit of uplift and a little bit of hope that there is the possibility of triumph over adversity, I would certainly hope that they would take a look at the film.
Dunham says an incredibly moving moment was the speech President Barack Obama gave in Boston just 3 days after the bombings, a speech that helped heal a shattered city and inspired Bostonians to look forward to a better day.
It's certainly one of my favorite sequences in the film. A very, very heavy time, a very difficult time, but he handled it so well.
But we'll pick ourselves up. We'll keep going. We will finish the race. Somewhere around the bend, a stranger has a cup of water. On that toughest mile, someone will be there to cheer us on and pick us up if we fall. We know that. On the third Monday in April, the world will return to this great American city to run harder than ever and to cheer even louder for the 118th Boston Marathon.
And John Dunham tells us production on the film had already started when the bombings took place in 2013. But the film is about a lot more than that. It tells the full history of the marathon. Up next, how do we measure intelligence?